This is the Doctor, continuing the Terraformers playthrough. We are establishing a colony on Mars. Right now we have exactly one city, Ichus Overlook, and we played through the first 10 turns as our first leader, Leo Richardson, the American expansionist. He did a very, very good job expanding our presence on Mars. We're actually making tons of resources for science, thanks to our self-improving AI complex. We got lots of buildings, a public baths, headquarters, habitation module, labs, a little bit of food production as well, power production. There's some robots here. We're doing an oxygen factory to start terraforming. The other building we started with, the CO2 factory, we haven't even played yet because I have other priorities right now. And but he's about to retire. Now, I can still use his ability this turn, but it's good to see what our other leaders are. You get one leader every 10 turns, and the leader has a tremendous effect on what you want to do. And our options are Stanislaw Bialkowski, who is an explorer, or Thomas Foster, who is a explorer. They're both very intriguing options. I'm gonna check something. Where do I have any water? Water here. Okay. This is in my opinion, a very tough choice. Stanislaw has space exploration, which we don't particularly care about right now. And he has an ability to let you do an extra Martian exploration mission, which is the project to help us increase the celestial development level of a body by 1 for the cost of 10 power. It's not bad. But his real power, I feel like, is this Robotropolis. Found a city using robotic headquarters instead of normal headquarters. Founding a city costs 3 titanium and 3 power. Normally, founding a city costs 25 food and 10 water, which is a ton of resources. He can let you build a city only once, ever, but for super, super cheap. And you start with robot, which doesn't give you any happiness, but conversely, you don't lose any happiness, because I could put down my magnetic fusion plant that loses some comfort of living in the city. Well, not a problem if I have a city entirely of robots. I have a robot card in hand. It's very tempting, mostly for the Robotropolis. He also has a space enthusiasm, gain 2 support per turn for every new celestial body you develop. We are developing one, so it'll do something. It'll do a little bit. The other guy, Thomas Foster, he is an explorer, and he has an ability called Mine Resource. He can mine 5 of a resource on a map at the cost of some power. The scale is based on the distance to the chosen resource. So this silicates, for example, is a distance 2. So 2 power for 5 silicates, that's a net plus 3. That's pretty good. Especially if you need it to build certain critical buildings. So, interesting idea. He also has a supply station. This one lets you explore a site, or you can put it down on a location, even the ones you do not own, and it counts as a base from where you can explore, and it reduces the costs of energy costs of nearby exploration. So, for example, I can put it down on this aquifer. I'm pretty sure it doesn't destroy the resource. You can't use it until you've built over it. But I could put it here, and then I could very quickly build a city here using the crater. Although really, it would be ideal to put it here, I think. Because if I build a city here, I would want to put down mines, you know. Or actually, it might be good here. Well, the point is, we would have options. We would have options for where to put that supply base to help us explore. We could also put it like somewhere else potentially. So put it here, and then we can build our next city. We're gonna have to get some water, but there seems to be water around here. We could even import a little water. Build a city the old-fashioned way, and that seems pretty good as well. Then he can mine resources. We could explore this, put down his exploration thing right here, and then have him mine water for us. Like, there's a lot of intrigue and potential. Or put it down here and have him mine tritium over and over again. He also has the silicate boost, so increase your silicate production by 1 for every 3 new silicates. We are going to have at least 1 source of silicates. There are other ways you can get silicates as well. I played with this guy Stanislaw, and I think he is very good. I kind of want some variety, so we can try Thomas Foster and see what we can do with that supply station. Thomas Foster, expertise exploration. Thomas made the headlines for his daring expeditions to Earth's most remote locations and joined the Mars colonization project to unveil the red planet's terra incognita. He climbed Mount Everest in his early 20s, explored the harsh landscapes of Antarctica and the Sahara Desert, and mapped out previously undiscovered underwater caves. The mountainous landscape and harsh conditions of Mars offered a perfect challenge for this seasoned explorer. Okay, so now, next, I'm going to put down a landing pad in our capital so we can export more. Let's keep doing the extra Martian exploration. Landing pad didn't cost titanium. We're gonna need water. Water up here. So I don't have the Robotropolis. I have to build the city the old-fashioned way. And we're gonna lose some unhappiness from the magnetic fusion plant. It is what it is. I'm not too worried. I am considering, though, do I put down the bus station this turn? Build a silicate mine right away. Maybe we should do an exploration first. Let's get this large water deposit, aquifer. 6 water, 3 silicates, 2 nitrates. And there's an aquifer. And this location has a symbol here, meaning this location will be submerged if the ocean rises to level 3. So eventually, as the rainfall increases, parts of Mars will become submerged potentially, and you can go on the ocean on Mars, or you can build dikes to protect yourself from the oceans. There's options. Okay, so we did that. I probably should have put down the exploration thing, but do that in a bit. Let's do next. I have to consider whether I want to put down the bus station this turn or not. I would be able to put down the silicate mine. That's pretty good. I have 1 extra slot for future use. It would also decrease the unhappiness. So that's probably worth it. I would put down, say here. So I'm going to put the bus station here, potentially next to the tritium. It does make the people a little less unhappy. Put down the silicate mine right away. Start producing some silicates. Then I am going to... we need power. Export titanium and tritium to get more power. Yeah, we might be running out of power very, very soon. But it's okay. I got some ideas for how we can fix that. So let's go to the next turn. Okay, bioengineering. Scientists are making progress on adapting life to Martian conditions through bioengineering. They have been experimenting with different genetic variations and now present you with their 2 most promising candidates. Which of these life forms should they create? Methanogenium or cyanophyta? So these are bacteria. Methanogenium, -1 temperature, gives you prestige. That's happiness and scoring for certain victory conditions, not ours. But it's the way prestige works is kind of confusing. The manual explains it. I'm not going to go into it too much except to say high prestige. The more prestige, the more happiness you get. and we can get a bacteria spreader, or we can get a cyanophyta bacteria. This one is -2 temperature. So minimum requirement, -2 temperature. So I can't put it on a climate zone with -3, but I could do -2, -1, or anything above it. This one does atmosphere and oxygen, 2 prestige, 14 turns, recharge. Recharge is how often you can spread the bacteria. So they're pretty comparable in terms of time, but this one gives heat. However, -1 temperature. Before I check anything else, let's just look at the big picture here. Climate zones. Our starting area has -1 temperature, so we could do that. Elysium has 0 temperature, so we can definitely do that. Cimmeria, where I want to build our next city, has -2, so we can't spread the bacteria there. But since we can spread it to the starting zone, I want to do a little bit of all the terraforming. So I will pick the Methanogenium bacteria, and we were producing plenty of science. So that is a good sign. I really want to put down our city soon. Which one? Let's go to this. Silicates and power. Sandstones. Okay. Your exploration party has discovered a breathtaking geological formation. The wind blowing for hundreds of thousands of years had carved rock formations into beautiful shapes. People enjoy coming here for outdoor adventure. So, okay. Sandstones. Oh, we could put a guided tour to get +5 support per turn. That might be necessary. This region also has a lot of power, which is absolutely amazing because we're desperately short of power. So I'm going to use his special ability to put down the supply station right here so we can fully explore Cimmeria. This one, project cannot be relocated, but I'm pretty sure it can be deleted. So if I put this down here, why does this say cost 3 power, 3 food? This can be placed anywhere, and you can delete it, of course. And he can do it infinite number of times, but why does it say it costs 3 power, 3 food? It's clearly free. Maybe that's the base cost. Maybe there's some other way of getting this building. And you can undo your action. So I'm pretty sure if you destroy it, you get the terrain. You get the sand, like underlying sandstones back, and I can build something on top of that as necessary. But I will do that later. We don't have to do that right now. I can't found the city yet because I need to fully explore everything. So I have to explore this particular large hint of titanium to do it. Okay. And I could even build urban planning so I can get the I can research urban planning so I can get the expansion immediately. That seems good. Our power situation is not looking great. But we need power to do anything, so I'm still gonna export to tritium to just desperately get more power right now. Okay, we could research one project. I'm thinking an entertainment center is the way to go because it's happiness, and we're pretty desperate for happiness. We can put it here when we're ready. Okay, so let's don't want to do that now because then I can't build my city. Okay, X Mars Foundation. We get some free blueprints or free projects. I can pick this later. I don't think now is the time to pick it yet. Okay, research projects. Apply Science Center, new technology suggested twice as often. I don't care about that. Development Center, you can research one extra project every turn. Would be nice. That's basically one free science, and you can keep some extra projects in reserve. I found that part to not be so important. Gas factory, 2 atmosphere a turn maybe, but it costs power, and I can't spare the power. So let me not do any of that yet. Let's begin with a basic exploration. I want to put down my city before we do anything else. Titanium deposit, excellent. Law supply creates 10 food. Very good. So I can now play my urban planning at the cost of 15 science, but you found a new city that starts with 1 expansion. I think that's totally worth it. Before I build the city, I want to point out this Mars enthusiasm bar in the upper right. So right now it says +0 and it's 55 happiness. That is because of that mechanic that I talked about in the last episode, where when you put down a population, this bar will reset and you get +10 the first turn and then +9 the next turn, etc., all the way apparently down to +0s. So I'll demonstrate. I'm going to found my city, this crater. It does cost a lot of food and water, but we have exactly the right amount of food. Well, right amount of water. Claritas Junction, sure. And I'm going to put the headquarters here. There's a central 4 this could be a great site for an entertainment center, but let's put it here. And then you'll see I got 55 support, and now it's reset to +10. So the next turn, it'll be 10 support. If I were to somehow be able to put down another population, I would get 10 support from that. So you do want to be gradually expanding your presence on Mars to get extra resources. So, ooh, there's a little terraforming down there. So let's get that titanium. Titanium, very, very valuable. And then I might want to get that aquifer as well. But to do that, I would need to actually put down a robot hub or something, which I can't afford because I don't have the resources for it. Again, I just gotta import power, man. Like, I don't have enough power to do anything right now. Okay, what are our options here in terms of the research? Well, I have no power. Gas factory is not going to be good. I don't know. I need a technology suggested. The AI, if I upgrade that, new technologies are suggested 4 times as fast. Whereas the development center does something. I'm probably just going to sell this for 1 science. Want to try to put down the bacteria spreaders soon. So we're going to save up the science for that. I might sell it if it shaves a turn off at some point. And then I have our event. All right, combined living center. You get 1 population, 1 robot. Also 25 food, 3 power, and 3 titanium. That's pretty good. But we already have a project that gives us population. We have another project that gives us robots. So that's kind of redundant. Extra Martian exploration mission. It could be just like 1 science. We have a slot for it. It's not the worst. Greenhouse farm, 10 water for a food. Now that does something. And we do have some waters nearby. We do have quite a few places we can explore for water. And we can put it down here somewhere just to get a little more food going. I think that's worth it. It's something I might actually be able to play. Alright, let's go on to the next turn. Okay, more projects. Low balancing stations. At the cost of 9 silicates, I can get +1 power per turn for every 3 mines. Interesting. Our capital has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I can get 1 more mine. That building would be absolutely amazing for a capital. I think it's got to be the load balancing station, because I can't do the public baths and I can't do the robot hub. I can make that choice in a moment. So I just undid that, and I want to keep expanding. Okay, aquifer here would be nice, but I would need to be able to put down my robot hub. Let's enable our extra Martian exploration mission. And we can only upgrade 1 planet, Mercury. But we get +1 tritium per turn. Very nice. With our help, colonists have established a permanent base on Mercury. As a token of gratitude, they will provide us with a steady supply of radioactive metals. We also delivered a set of highly efficient solar panels to boost our energy production. We can get those solar panels if we can get ourselves to a small colony, which we'd either have to export 60 science or we do another one of these development projects. We don't have a development project right now, but we might pick one up. Even if we get it, though, we need 30 silicates to build it, so it's not going to happen anytime soon. But that is all okay. I do want to put down the... I think the low balancing station right here will be good. Yes. Alright. So, in terms of exploration... Oh, look at all these juicy resources. What do I need most? I actually need titanium the most. So I can... Oh, well, no, I need power the most. Geothermal spot. They are very common on Earth, but less so on Mars. Geothermal heat source can be very useful on a cold planet, from generating power to heating cities or a bathing complex. Your explorers have many ideas on how to put it to use. The resource prospection of this location has revealed a deposit of power, as well as small hints of silicates. Interesting. I can scrounge up 12 titanium and expand here. I can get 2 power a turn. That's a really good ratio. Because normally, right, you have to put 8 resource into a mine to get 1. This is 12 to get 2, so it's 6 resources to get 2 back, and power I desperately need. Very, very intriguing. So now I need as much titanium as possible to expand out there. I do have the robots. And then I just need titanium. So let's export the tritium and import. Ooh. Yeah, import that. And then maybe no, I want to do the bacteria spreader. Let's export silicates and import just... Okay, I'm importing the maximum... Oh, right. So I'm trying to import 3 titanium, right? Okay, so basic... I can import 2 titanium, so I export 2 of something. Let's say I export 2 silicates. I have the adjacency bonus from this distribution center, which gives me 1 extra export of tritium. And I will use it to import titanium. That would be 12, just enough to build the geothermal power plant. Although the robot hub will cost some. Okay, it's fine. Let's put down our research the low balancing station. Put it down. I'm gonna save this spot. There's a chance you can get a building that buffs the power output by 1 everywhere. So I'll put the low balancing station down here. Still pretty good. 9 silicates for 1 power is totally worth it. But if I can get a second mine somewhere, then that becomes like busted good. 9 silicates for 2 power? Can't beat that ratio. Okay. No reason to put down the robot yet. No reason to expand here yet. Okay. More projects. Might just do a basic laboratory. The spaceport is nice, but it's so expensive. We've got our satellite back too. Alright, this is an important turn to think about how we want to do the exploration. I would probably want as much titanium or tritium as possible, because I could still put down my magnetic fusion plant. So I'm thinking, ooh, a sandstorm makes this difficult. I might be able to hold off 1 turn there. Trying to do it in the most efficient way possible. Water would also be good to do that greenhouse farm, but it's less critical than some of the other choices. think titanium is the most important. Let's see if we explore here. Can we get another mine? Okay, lost supply crates plus 10 power. That is amazing. Okay, I did not see a link to another mine. That's okay. Maybe over here there'll be another mine. But this does give me a space to put down my bacteria spreader when the time arises. And now I have the resources to put down a robot hub and grab the geothermal spot, and I will use my satellite to explore a spot with titanium. Well, no, definitely putting down the robot hub, but also think I need to put down the entertainment center backing art. Now that I have the extra power to spare, get that happiness going a little bit there. I'm trying to be super efficient about the power consumption. Most of this you can explore with 1 energy, or in these cases 2. So I can wait 1 turn to build my geothermal plant. It's fine. Let's do a tritium deposit. 5 tritium, 3 silicates, 2 water. Okay, big source of water there. We're probably gonna explore a large tritium or something like that next turn, so we can put down our magnetic fusion plant. Basic lab. I just can't play the other cards. So let me read you our exports. Don't want to export science. Can export nitrates and 1 tritium to import more titanium, because we could also build an aquifer here, potentially. But we would need food, so... Oh, we really should import water down the greenhouse farm. Okay, that looks good. I don't want to expand to that aquifer because the geothermal spot is so much more important. Let's end the turn. Ooh, architectural innovation. Before I pick one of these, and these are all some very interesting choices here. Oh, I love space elevator. But, oh, we do... 20 titanium is not that hard to get for us. Zeppelin Exploration Center, though, you get so much... so many resources from that. Ooh, we got some good choices there. Okay, eco homes, food factory, or photovoltaic field. Again, good choices all around. Let me think. First off, we're gonna grab the geothermal slot. Next, now we're getting +5 power return. We've basically solved our power problems. I'll need more titanium. Should have imported more. Let me put down a magnetic fusion plant. For even more power. I love it. You can never have too much power. This makes the food factory seem like a good choice. because we need food, and now that we have power, this is easy to play. In fact, I can play it this turn. Also play a laboratory. But do I want something else? So this is a new megastructure. There are many good choices here. Space elevator. 20 titanium. We get 2 trade routes. It's not that efficient, but the upgrades are pretty insane. 30 science, and we have a lot of science. You can get 5 trade routes and export food. And if you somehow have 40 tritium to pay on top of that, you get plus 10 trade routes, plus some extra food exports and power exports. So very powerful. Hang gardens. You need rainfall though. Do we have any place that even has rain? Of 1? No. So Hang gardens is out. Zeppelin Exploration Center. This is a very interesting one. Oh, but it does require 1 atmosphere. We have 0 atmosphere right now. Well, maybe it's an argument to putting down that CO2 factory. But it'll come back. It'll come back. It also does cost 25 tritium, even if I didn't have the atmosphere. So, or even if I had the atmosphere. Well, space elevator is the only one we could even play. So, pretty easy choice then. Next, we need to explore. I am going to explore this silicates. Silicates deposit. 5 silicates, 3 nitrates, 2 power. Too bad it's not a large deposit. Could think about building a mine here, but we would need to expand the city. Photovoltaic field is also very interesting, especially if I had an extra high ground that I'm not using. But alas. I should build our stuff here. It costs power to destroy some of this stuff. Food factory. I could put it here. And I could put the lab here, maybe. Okay, we're using our resources very efficiently, which is good. What would I rather export? Would I rather export tritium or silicates? I'd probably rather export silicates, to be honest. 1 tritium. We've got to import as much titanium as possible. Okay, in 2 turns I could do my bacteria spreader. That would be nice. Maybe we can actually put down our CO2 factory, huh? Alright, next turn. Ooh, Rover Exploration Center. I like this project very much. It's one of my favorites. What else we got? Local Culture Center. Too expensive. Robot Hub. Can't afford that. Happiness could be a problem real soon. Gotta watch out. But the Rover Exploration Center, this thing will pay for itself. Okay, let's explore this large nitrates. Could be a site for a mine. Yeah, large nitrates deposit. More titanium up here. So this city is now a great candidate for an expansion. So we can grab the large nitrates and just have all sorts of resources to trade. Alright, so also need more titanium, of course, and export the nitrates. And we should think about potentially putting down another city somewhere. Rover Exploration Center, 9 titanium, 5 tritium. We should be able to put this down next turn. because I can explore 1, 2, 3 for a source of tritium. Like that one, maybe. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This city actually. Oh, but no, geothermal plant isn't a mine. I was just thinking this city could have actually had. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This city could have had all the mines. Not our capital, but we'll see. We'll see. I bet we could get one more mine for our capital. Ooh, interesting, interesting. Hold on. I need to import one food so I can put down an eco home. Or, because I was thinking the bacteria spreader should go here. But the Rover Exploration Center is also really good right there. Like, it's actually optimal right there. So we may have to delay our bacteria spreader a little bit. Okay. So if that's the case, we can put down an eco home in our capital because we have the expansion hub or communal transport hub. Gives the city +1 extra expansion per 3 population living in this city. We have technically 2 population and 2 robots. So we put down a eco home here. We'll have 2 extra slots. And then we can put the bacteria spreader here, maybe on the lava tube, and expand to the aquifer. And then we can get the aquifer to maximize the income. Get 1 extra power. Okay, that's the plan. So, in that case, we have to import at least 1 food. And then export nitrates, and then let's just import all the titanium, because we're obviously going to need it. Don't forget about the mine resource. I might start abusing that soon. There's some interesting places I can mine nearby. Okay, and turn. Oh, rising expectations 2. Okay, so as the colony grows and basic amenities become more common, so do people's expectations. So we are now at -30. That is a problem, to say the least. I'm gonna have to think about... I was losing like 6 turns if I don't do anything about that. That is not good. Not good at all. Wow. I also have a exploration satellite. Might want to explore one of these very far positions with my satellite, but let's begin with... Oh right, I need tritium. I need tritium. Well, I guess I use the satellite right away. Let's do it on this large source of water, aquifer. Or water, 3 silicates and 3 tritium. Excellent. So I can put down my rover. Start exploring away with the rover. Let's get the titanium and the tritium first. There's a crater, so a site for another city, but it's really a terrible site for another city because it's like blocked in already. So we're probably just gonna pave over this and put something else there. Then I will destroy this rock so that I can put down an eco home. I have 2 expansion slots. Don't have the ability to put down the bacteria spreader yet, but that's okay. I'm gonna put down the mine for water. So now we're producing 1 extra power from our capital, and I can put down a bacteria spreader there next turn, or in 2 turns. Excellent. And our exploration has made the people somewhat happier temporarily, so they shouldn't rebel too hard. CO2 factory. haven't even played that yet. I really need to play that. Development Center, I have one. So it's the school. 3 science, 10 silicates. We get +2. We get some happiness in the middle here. That's not bad. I'll take that. It might delay the bacteria spreader a little bit. That's okay. What else do I want to do? I could mine a resource, but I don't know what resource I would even want right now. There's nothing I want except for water, which I can get by exploring right here. Another lava tube. It's too again, this is not a good site for a city. There's some bonuses here, but all these rocks just can't really do anything there. So we're probably gonna pave over that at some point. Okay, and I have enough water to put down food. So my greenhouse farm. Okay, using the resources very efficiently. This is good. Generating lots of resources. What I really need is the card that lets me see more cards. There's a project. It costs 14 science. I forget what it means, but you can see extra research projects, extra cards every turn. That's going to be very valuable for us. But also just upgrade the AI center. But it's new technologies. That's not so exciting. The tier 3 though, that is very exciting. The 4 extra projects every turn. But I have to put down one more population to be able to do that. Which I don't know when that's going to happen. Well, I just got to decide my trade routes. Probably just import titanium for now. CO2 factory needs it. Everything needs it. Can export nitrates. Ooh, another space exploration mission, and we got another landing pad out of that. That's good. Okay, I'm not gonna pick that just yet. We have a miner's cottage, observatory, or a engineering school. I have no choice. I have to pick the engineering school here because this one halves the duration between megastructure proposals, and the way I win this scenario is by building megastructures. So since it's my victory condition, I have to pick that. And I have to pretty much build it right away. It does provide a little happiness though. I already have all the happiness buildings we're gonna get there. So oh, it'd be nice to put it where the robot hub is. I could put a house here soon. So or I guess here. So I'll use repower to clear that out and put down an engineering school just to get that megastructure proposal happening quicker. Still exporting nitrates to import titanium. That seems smart. We have no way to expand. What should I do with the leader? I could mine a resource. I could mine titanium. Not a bad idea. Do I not have a large deposit? Let's check. So, what is it? Cities. +2 titanium, but that's because I have 2 mines. Okay, so I don't have a large titanium deposit. So I should just pick the cheapest one. So like that one. Okay, -1 power for 5 titanium. Totally worth it. And then next turn I can put down the CO2 factory. Finally. After almost 20 turns, I'm going to put that down. Oh, right. The landing pad. Oh. That's okay. I'm gonna have to find a place to put down that landing pad once I can expand the city. Okay, do we want Venus? This has support problems. That seems like a bad idea, even though it provides terraforming. Io gives silicates, and you have to export water. Europa, you get ocean, but you have to export power. That's interesting. Because we do have a lot of power. Venus, you export tritium though. I do export a lot of tritium. I'm probably not going to settle any of these. If anything, Venus, the ability to have the heat, probably does something. But I also happen to know there are certain projects you can get that it's good to have like a planet closer to the sun and a planet further away from the sun than Mars. There are certain projects you can get that synergizes. So I really should pick either Io or Europa. And silicate production is nice. Oceans, there are other ways to get oceans. I'll pick Io. So Io is rich in silicates and volcanic activity, whose study will allow us to restart dormant Martian volcanoes more easily. Okay. I have no place I can put down the launch pad yet, but we'll see if we can fix that at some point. Next turn, because nothing else to do this turn. Another rover. I don't know I need a second one. Insect farm. Oh, it is a lot of food, but -6 support a turn still. That might be the way to go here. Okay, let's use the rover to explore this location. Flat plains, +30 support, +3 nitrates. An insect farm is something I could actually build. And it would give me lots of food, which is like support in the long run. Oh, this is kind of an interesting city. Very open. There are some bonuses. That's a pretty big deal to get those bonuses. And a nitrate mine nearby. Very interesting location. I should consider building city here. Of the three, like the insect farm actually does something. So why don't I redo our exports? We can mine the large nitrates for 6. Cost of 1 power. Put down my CO2 factory finally. Then I should probably import 1 nitrate. Export my usual amount of tritium. And import maybe some food, because we should think about being able to expand soon. Okay. Finally, on turn 20, we put down our CO2 factory to start getting the temperature up. Alright, 230 support, we're losing 26 a turn. We're okay, we're okay. I can get titanium, the space elevator. Space elevator could fix so many of our problems, you know what? Keep up the titanium imports. An election year, new leader. So I will pick the leader in the next episode. Ooh, I think I have to pick the robot hub just to be able to expand. I want to see if anything interesting happened. Not really. You have our insect farm. And our bacteria spreader is finally ready. Then I could put down some resources to get I could explore to get lots of resources, but I will deal with all that in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Until next time.